Mortar is debatably the best win condition in the game at the moment, especially this Mortar bait deck. It has been trending like crazy recently. I think there's a few reasons why. Of course, one of the reasons is because of the cannon cart buff, which has greatly helped the deck. But I've been seeing it even more this season, and I think it's because Cannoneer is making a comeback. So not only does the Cannoneer pair very well with the Mortar, but the Mortar does very good against Cannoneer decks. So when you're facing the Cannoneer, because the Cannoneer has less health, the way you can think about it is stuff like Mortar that doesn't cross the bridge is going to be better against it, because the Mortar shell damaging the Cannoneer tower, it's getting more value than it would when it damages the Princess tower, because the Cannoneer has less health than the Princess tower. As you can see, 36.57 compared to 44.24. So if you're matching the Cannoneer, having the Mortar is very, very nice, because you're not having the fact that the Cannoneer deals more DPS on the Mortar, because obviously it's not able to reach the Mortar, and then you got a ton of spammy cards in the deck, which are going to be good against the Cannoneer as well. And we're against a Princess Tower deck now, but he has things, for example, like the Bowler and the Archers that the Cannoneer is very good against, just being able to pick off the Archers in one shot. And let's see, so this guy looks like he might be running, it could be Graveyard, but it could also be some Gob Giant spam deck, something along those lines, could just be something off meta. I'm honestly not entirely sure what this is, but he does have the Evo Archers, which we have the arrows for, a fantastic counter. Let's just go in for a Mortar here. We want to get to that Evo Mortar as quick as we can, and he's going to go Bowler. I'm perfectly fine with that, because that's a 5-for-4 trade, and we're going to get a nice cannon cart here, which should be able to deal with the Bowler quite easily, and then also probably kill one of the Archers. There we go. So that's going to be pretty good, and I'm still not entirely sure what this is. I really do not know. We're in for a little bit of a surprise. He's going to go in for the bats. I guess we could probably go Miner here, and then let's send in our Evo bats, and he's actually going to have the P.E.K.K.A. So I think we should actually pressure with a Mortar in the opposite lane here. Big tip, you don't want to go for an Evo Mortar on defense against an Evo P.E.K.K.A. because the Evo P.E.K.K.A. will be able to hit the goblins and heal herself up every single time. As long as you keep that in mind, Mortar actually does really well against the Evo P.E.K.K.A., which is another reason why it's in a pretty good spot at the moment. Just as long as you remember what I said, because if you play a defensive Mortar against the Evo P.E.K.K.A., you're going to be in for a rough time, that's for sure. So he's going to go in for the Evolved P.E.K.K.A. The Cannon Cart is probably going to be our best tool against it, and then also the fact that the Cannoneer deals more DPS is going to be nice as well. We just need to be cautious about playing things such as the Goblin Gang on it, because that wouldn't really be very smart. He's actually going to go in for a Graveyard. I feel like that was very aggressive. We can actually just arrow everything here, and then the Cannon Cart should be able to deal with the rest. And now we could have some dual lane pressure coming in hot, which will be really nice. He's going to go in for the Bowler, but then look at what we have in the left lane. I think if we go all out in the left, he might be screwed. He's going to go in for a P.E.K.K.A. We get a second Cannon Cart coming in here, and man, oh man, he might be getting overwhelmed. Wait, this Bowler's kind of walking around. Okay, good, it didn't go for the Goblin Gang. Nice, he's going to Fireball. Let's get an Evo Mortar going. Cannon Cart is locked on the tower, and this should be a good game. I don't think there's any way. Yeah, he's not going to be able to deal with it, and that's going to be a nice game 1 win over there. Here we go, guys. In our next match, this guy's going to have an Electro Spirit as well as Archers, so that probably means there's a good chance that this guy is running Expo, which of course means the Cannon Cart is going to be great against that, because it's a really good counter to it. You can kind of think of the Cannon Cart almost like the Royal Giant. I mean, I suppose they have a little bit higher of a chance of blocking the Cannon Cart, but it's still really difficult. They have to overcommit with either a Knight or a Tesla, and it's just really tricky for them. We're going to go Mortar opposite lane of this Tesla. I kind of highly doubt he's going to go in for an Expo with this. I mean, maybe he will, but I'd be a little surprised. He's going to focus on defending the Mortar, which is exactly what I expected him to do. And I believe that is a Mortar lock on the tower. Yeah, really good stuff over there. So we're already going to have quite a nice start. We can actually go for a Miner as well as Bats, because he's not back to the E-Spirit yet. I believe he needs to play one more card. And sure enough, he was forced to go in for a Fireball there on top of the Miner, as well as the Bats. So really, really good start. Honestly, cannot complain at all. We'll go for Spear Goblins just to pressure here, force something out of him, and he's going to react in time with a Knight. I think we could probably just go in for a Skeleton King here. I forgot if I talked about the Skeleton King yet, but it is by far the best champion in the game currently as well. And, I mean, that's probably no surprise with all the Cannoneer running rampant. So, another person running the Princess Tower, but what it's really going to show is that this deck does really well against Princess Tower too. It's very versatile. I feel like there's very few bad matchups for this deck. So he is going to go in for a Knight with the Expo, but the Cannon Cart is still in range of that Expo. Look at that. And that's why the Cannon Cart is such a solid counter to the Expo. Even if they end up blocking it, as long as you play it high up enough, it's not even going to matter. It's just going to get distracted and then inevitably lock on the Expo still. He's probably going to try to get... Okay, yeah, he does get a Tesla down in time, so that was actually a really nice play on his end over there. I think I should have tried to get something down for that Tesla a little bit sooner, but it should be all right. Let's see, he's going to log, so we can go for Miner as well as Spear Goblins here, and then maybe we get an Evo Mortar going here. Yeah, it's going to force an Evo Tesla out of him, which I feel like, okay, you know what? That was actually a pretty bad play. That might have actually been a prediction. He probably knew I was going to go in for an Evo Mortar, and I should have, I don't know if I could have necessarily predicted it, but I feel like I could have done a better job of being a little bit more patient, because I knew he had it in cycle and I did it anyway, so yeah, it probably wasn't the smartest play. But we're still in a good spot, so I'm not too worried. He's already back to his Evo Archers. That's pretty wild. I think we're going to go Mortar here. I think we just got to keep pressuring with Mortars as much as we can. I really do think it's the play. He's going to Fireball. I think he's realizing he needs to get damage, and he's getting maybe a little desperate potentially. I suppose the Fireball wasn't bad, but I think we're going to make sure we're still applying pressure, so that way he can't just straight up Fireball cycle us. Once again, I kind of in a way allowed him to Fireball the tower if he wanted to, but instead he decided to Fireball the Cannon Cart, which now means he still has to address the Mortar, and he didn't get any chip damage on top of the tower, which of course is very good as well. E-Spirit came in. It's not on top of the... Oh, nice. Yeah, the Evo Tesla doesn't one-shot the bats when they're healed up anymore. I think after the nerf, the Tesla damage got, so that is actually very clutch. We go Cannon Cart here, as well as Skeleton King, and let's see, maybe we just arrow all this. I believe he's got his Evo Tesla, so, or does he? Am I tripping? I don't think he does. Did he just play it? I don't even remember. Anyway, okay, there it is. Yeah, he didn't use it. That's, I should have known. Let's see, we need to get a Cannon Cart on top of the Expo. Luckily, we are able to, and the Mortar is going to lock on the tower, so we might be able to close out the game here. Yeah, he's even calling good game. I don't know if he's going to give up or he just knows he's going to lose, but it definitely is over. It's only a matter of time. We're going to pop the Skelly King ability here. We're going to arrow. Hopefully, we can take his tower as quick as possible, so we don't have to suffer any longer against Expo. Like, I mean, I know we're going to win, but I feel like it's going to get to a point where if we have to play out the rest of these 30 seconds, it's going to almost feel like a loss, if you guys kind of catch my drift, because I don't know. Okay, good. We're going to save ourselves 23 seconds of time. That is fantastic. Here we go. Found our next game here. I guess we'll just start with Spear Goblins at the bridge and see if he wants to respond. He's just going to go in for an Ice Spirit, so some sort of cycle deck most likely. And then we see a Miner as well. So Miner, Knight, could be Mortar. Maybe a different, well, for sure, a different Mortar variation than what we got if he does have it. And he's going to go for a log. I probably should have gone Skeleton King quicker, so that way we could have filled up his bar quite a bit. But we'll just go Cannon Cart instead. I think that'll be pretty solid as well. And we'll see if he wants to... Ooh, Queen. Okay. This probably is going to be Mortar, if I had to guess. So we'll see. Mortar Queen against Mortar Skeleton King. See what comes out on top, because I was saying the Skelly King is for sure the best champion in the game. Definitely better than the Archer Queen. He's got a Tesla, though. Wait, so maybe he's just using Minor Poison, because, yeah, he has, so it's not Mortar. Like, that's very interesting. So Minor is his main win condition. That is wild, especially at this day and age in the game, after the Minor has gotten nerfs to the amount of damage it deals on towers. I think definitely very, very risky, but we'll see if, well, hopefully I don't jinx it. Okay, that should just take out the Queen. Perfect. Doesn't even get any damage. We'll just go Spear Goblins to pressure here. And he's going to go Goblins. So let's actually go for a Miner now that his Goblins are out of cycle. I think it's a pretty good time to do that. And if he spends a decent amount, we could potentially... Oh, nice. He messed up the Ice Spirit. Two of the bats ended up... Okay, nice. Let's see. Maybe we just go Skeleton King here to defend the Knight. And I could also go Cannon Cart. We could try to set something up. Or I could go Goblin Gang. He's gonna... Oh, wow. Let's go for... Actually, a Cannon Cart to pressure, because he just spent a lot of Elixir. But he might, Oh, he logged? Does the Cannon Cart lock on the tower? No, it barely didn't. Oof, that's disappointing. It was, like, so close. Probably, like, a centimeter away. If it was, like, a centimeter higher up. I don't even know where I'm getting these measurements. Like, I gotta, like, whip out a ruler or something. Maybe it's more like an inch. I don't know. Anyway, he went Tesla. This guy's so far doing pretty... Oh, okay, good. Arrows on top of the goblins there. We get some damage. Cannon Cart other lane, because I don't want him to be able to poison. He's probably going to want to poison. Let's see what he does. Okay, he goes Queen. He goes Skelly King. Maybe we could set up a Mortar here. I think I'll do it. He's probably going to Evo Tesla, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah, he is going to do it. Huh, this is going to be... This might actually come down to the wire. I have a feeling this is going to be a close one. We'll go arrows here. He isn't gonna go goblins. That's a bit unfortunate. We'll go for a Cannon Cart. Should be able to help deal with the 2 knights. And he's going Tesla. Let's get a miner going here. And then... Oh, man. I feel like I gotta go arrows prediction every single time. Because it's like I know he's gonna go for goblins, especially if his knight's out of hand. It's just a no-brainer. Cannon Cart opposite lane of the queen. And then maybe we want to go Skelly King. Let's actually go Mortar this lane. I feel like we don't want to play them in the left because it's just going to give him a free poison. And it's like if he's going Tesla on it regardless, I might as well go in the lane he's not going in. Because we don't want to give him... I think it would just be stupid to give him... Wait, did he just forget about the Cannon Cart? It got pushed, I think. Wait, what even happened? Okay, hold up. He might be kind of crashing out a little bit. Let's go Miner here. And then arrow that. Okay, nice. Opposite lane. Oh, this guy's kind of crashing out a little bit. We're definitely going to Mortar this lane. Even though we have more on the left, we want to be pressuring the lane he's not going in. And we're going to force a queen out of him. Pressuring the lane he's not going in with the Mortar. But with the other things, like the miner, we definitely can still go same lane where we've got more damage, if that makes sense. It's a little confusing, probably, but... yeah, dual lane pressure should be good. We're going in here, arrows on that. I really feel like I gotta be predicting it. Ooh! Yes, I caught the miner. Let's go. Okay, nice. I think he might start spamming, like, miner poisons like crazy now that we're in triple, but I think we're okay. Let's see. We popped the Skelly King ability. He's running out of time. He's got to get a miner down. Oh, he just played it defensively. He needed that on offense. Let's go. We overwhelmed him too much. He's out of time now. I think he kind of panicked a bit, and he wasn't paying attention to how much time was left. But either way, that is going to be GG. Really nice win here. Really, really good deck, in my opinion. It might even be the best deck in the game. As of recording this video, this deck was first in the world. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. You can use creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game. And thanks again. Until next time, guys.